What if preferring to be alone doesn't mean something is wrong with you, but something uncommon is right with you? In a world obsessed with constant connection, many people quietly wonder, why do I feel more at peace alone than in a crowd? And here's the shocking part. Psychologists have long linked intentional solitude with deeper thinking, emotional resilience, and even better stress reduction. Yet society often labels quiet people as distant, awkward, or broken. That belief may be one of the biggest lies affecting mental health and emotional well-being today. Maybe you felt misunderstood because you enjoy your own company. Maybe social noise drains you. Small talk feels exhausting, and being alone feels strangely restorative, almost like self-care for the soul. That's not weakness. In many cases, it signals deeper self-awareness, stronger inner balance, and even healthier patterns tied to mindfulness, improved sleep, and overall quality of life. What if the very thing you've questioned about yourself is actually one of your greatest strengths? That changes the conversation fast. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Some of the people who prefer solitude often carry rare traits linked to intelligence, confidence, emotional strength, and independent thinking. Traits many people spend years trying to build, not through hype, through quiet inner work, through healthy living, reflection, and choices that protect peace in a chaotic world. This isn't about glorifying isolation. It's about understanding why solitude can sometimes be a hidden advantage almost nobody talks about. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you may discover that the habit you thought made you different could actually be a sign of rare strengths most people never develop, and how understanding those traits could transform the way you see yourself forever. He knows something most people overlook. Being alone isn't a weakness. It's often a strategic advantage. Studies from psychological research, including patterns linked to higher cognitive processing, show that people who seek solitude tend to think deeper, question more, and rely less on social validation. Instead of chasing constant noise, he protects his mental health and prioritizes well-being like it actually matters. You'll notice he's not avoiding people, he's avoiding distraction. And in a world overloaded with opinions, that's a power move most never learn. When someone spends intentional time alone, their brain shifts into a different gear, one that enhances problem solving and creativity. Think about it. No interruptions, no pressure, just pure focus. That's where ideas about improving quality of life, building a balanced diet, or even committing to physical exercise routines actually stick. A simple habit like spending 30 minutes daily in quiet reflection, no phone, no scrolling, can increase productivity by up to 20%, according to behavioral studies. It's not magic, it's clarity. And clarity changes everything. He also uses solitude as a tool for preventive medicine, not in the traditional sense, but in how he reduces stress and strengthens emotional health. Instead of bottling things up, he processes thoughts, reflects on decisions, and adjusts his path. For example, instead of reacting impulsively after a bad day, he might go for a solo walk, practice mindfulness, or even journal for 10 minutes. These small actions build long-term resilience, improve sleep, and even support cardiovascular health. That's how you quietly upgrade your life without anyone noticing, until the results show. But here's the twist most people don't see coming. This kind of solitude doesn't just sharpen the mind, it starts revealing something deeper. Something emotional, something powerful, something that goes beyond intelligence. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. He may look quiet on the outside, but inside there's often a level of emotional strength most people never develop. People who are comfortable alone usually learn to regulate stress instead of running from it, and that protects both mental health and even physical well-being. Research on emotional resilience shows those with stronger self-reflection skills often handle anxiety and conflict better over time. While others need constant distraction, he can sit with discomfort, process it, and grow from it. That's not loneliness. That's inner stability, and it's rare. Think about someone who uses hard moments to build strength instead of collapse under pressure. After a breakup, a setback at work, or a season of burnout, he may choose solitude, not to withdraw, but to rebuild. Maybe he starts walking every morning, gets serious about physical exercise, improves sleep, explores mindfulness, or even natural therapies like breath work. These aren't random wellness trends. They're tools for stress reduction and emotional health. 30 minutes a day of quiet routines can lower stress markers and improve immunity over time. Small habits, huge payoff. There's another layer people miss. Solitude often teaches emotional independence. He doesn't need constant praise to feel worthy, and that changes how he moves through life. He may read books like Man's Search for Meaning or practice self-care in simple ways. Healthy eating, balanced diet choices, solo hikes, moments of silence that sharpen perspective. That inner grounding supports healthy living in a way external validation never can. And funny enough, the people who seem too comfortable alone often become the calmest people in a crisis. That calm is trained, not accidental. But emotional strength is only part of the story, because once someone becomes that comfortable in their own mind, something fascinating starts happening. They begin seeing the world differently than most people do. And that next trait, it may explain why solitary people often seem unusually unique in ways almost nobody talks about. He doesn't just spend time alone, he often processes reality in a totally different way. While many people react fast, he observes first, questions deeper, and connects dots others miss. That kind of thinking has been linked to creativity, independent reasoning, and even higher problem-solving ability. Instead of following the crowd on health trends, money choices, or life decisions, he often studies what actually improves well-being, quality of life, and long-term balance. And honestly, that kind of thinking can look weird until it starts producing uncommon results. You'll often see this in the way he approaches everyday life. While others jump from one distraction to the next, he may be exploring nutrition, preventive medicine, or how physical exercise affects mental clarity. Maybe he experiments with walking daily instead of doom scrolling, swaps processed food for a balanced diet, or studies mindfulness before bed to improve sleep. Simple shifts like these can lower stress, support cardiovascular health, and improve focus over months. He's not being antisocial, he's testing what works. That's a different mindset altogether. And here's where it gets powerful. People who think independently often resist social pressure better. They're less likely to chase status, panic over trends, or make choices just because everyone does it. He might question unhealthy work culture, rethink self-care, explore natural therapies, or build an active lifestyle that actually supports emotional health. That kind of thinking protects not just peace of mind, but sometimes even disease prevention through better habits. It's almost like solitude gives him room to hear his own wisdom. And trust me, that changes the game. But once a person starts thinking for themselves at that level, another rare quality begins to emerge: confidence, but not the loud kind. Something quieter, stronger, harder to shake. And the next trait may be the one most people misunderstand completely. He may not be the loudest in the room, but real confidence rarely needs to announce itself. People who enjoy solitude often carry a kind of inner confidence that doesn't depend on applause, approval, or constant attention. That's rare. While many tie self-worth to social validation, he often builds it through self-trust, discipline, and choices that support well-being and emotional health. And that kind of confidence, it tends to grow quietly, then show up powerfully when life gets hard. You can see it in everyday decisions. He may choose an active lifestyle, protect his peace, prioritize improved sleep over late-night chaos, or commit to healthy living even when nobody's watching. That's confidence in action. It's saying, I know what serves me, whether it's a balanced diet, stress reduction habits, or saying no to draining people. Studies on self-directed behavior show people with stronger internal validation often make healthier long-term decisions. That's not just mindset that can affect immunity, cardiovascular health, and overall quality of life. And there's something almost rebellious about this confidence. He can sit alone at a restaurant, travel solo, read while others seek noise, and feel completely at ease. Most people find that uncomfortable. He finds it freeing. Maybe he keeps a morning self-care ritual, practices mindfulness, explores preventive medicine, or uses solitude to reset emotionally. These aren't small habits, they build identity. Over years, they create someone less reactive, more centered, and unusually hard to manipulate. That's a different kind of strength. But here's where it gets really interesting when intelligence, emotional strength, independent thinking, and quiet confidence come together. They form something even rarer, a set of traits that make solitary people deeply unique. And the final piece pulls all of it together in a way most people never expect. When these traits come together, something uncommon starts to appear. It's not just that he likes being alone. He often carries a mix of intelligence, emotional strength, deep thinking, inner confidence, and self-awareness that makes him operate differently. That combination is rare. While many chase stimulation, he often protects balance, values mindfulness, and invests in healthy living that supports long-term well-being. And here's the wild part. What society sometimes labels withdrawn may actually be quiet strength in disguise. One trait that makes solitary people unique is they often know how to recharge intentionally. Instead of burning out socially, they restore through self-care, reflection, physical exercise, and even simple things like walking in silence or reading something meaningful. Books like The Power of Now or Atomic Habits can reshape thinking in practical ways. These people often understand stress reduction better than most because they practice it. That can improve emotional health, sleep, immunity, even support disease prevention over time. Solitude becomes less escape, more fuel. Another rare trait is they often build life from the inside out. Rather than copying what others call success, they may focus on quality of life, preventive medicine, a balanced diet, natural therapies, or an active lifestyle that feels aligned. Maybe they choose fewer but deeper friendships, protect their energy, or make decisions slowly but wisely that can lead to stronger boundaries, healthier relationships, and fewer regret-driven choices. Funny enough, the people who seem different often end up living with more peace. There's a lesson in that, and maybe the rarest trait of all, they're often far more powerful than they appear. Because once a person becomes comfortable alone, emotionally grounded, and clear-minded, they stop being controlled by noise. That changes everything. But there's one counterintuitive truth behind all 5 traits that ties this entire story together, and it may completely change how someone sees solitude from this point forward. So now the question isn't whether preferring solitude makes someone different. It's what they choose to do with the strengths hidden inside it. If intelligence can grow in silence, if emotional strength can be built in stillness, and if confidence can deepen away from the crowd, what could change if someone fully embraced that? What part of life could improve? Mental health, emotional balance, stress reduction, maybe even overall well-being by honoring that side of themselves instead of fighting it. Remember how this started, with the idea that being alone might feel like something to question? Now you can see it may be tied to rare traits that support quality of life, self-care, mindfulness, healthier boundaries, and even healthier living overall. And here's the real challenge. Which of these 5 traits showed up most in you? Which one needs to grow stronger? Drop it in the comments, because that reflection alone could start changing how you see yourself. And don't keep this knowledge as inspiration, only apply it. Protect quiet time. Build an active lifestyle that supports emotional health. Practice habits that improve sleep, support immunity, and strengthen your inner balance. Even 20 minutes a day of intentional solitude can become a form of preventive medicine for the mind. Small shifts, repeated over time, create powerful transformation. That's how change actually happens. And if this opened your eyes in a new way, hit subscribe right now and turn on notifications so you don't miss tips that could transform your health and well-being for good. There's so much more ahead about healthy living, self-growth, and the hidden psychology behind a better life. And one more thing before you go. Do you think solitude is a gift people misunderstand or a strength too few people develop? That answer might reveal more about you than you realize.